All right. I don't know what some of you were doing this past Sunday, but this past Sunday, I was in Lagos, Nigeria, at their annual Toastmaster speech contest. On Zoom, of course. All of the contestants were impressive. However, there was one that really stood out. He told us that he always loved to win, and that winning and coming in first place was the only thing that meant anything to him. He said that no one remembers the second class winners. I want to share a short story about him with you. Mr. Toastmaster, the birthday boy, John White, to my fellow Toastmasters, and of course to our most welcome guests. His name, King Ojikimba. King Ojikimba, as I said, loved to win. First place had no meaning for him other than being seen, to be known, and to be noticed. He wanted all of that. And in 2006, life presented an opportunity for King Ojikimba to be seen, to be known, and to be noticed. The biggest public speaking contest was offered on campus. Over 800 people enrolled in that contest, competed in that contest, and it came down to just 2 finalists. And I know you can guess who one of those 2 finalists was. It was King Ojikimba. He was one of the 2 finalists. However, his biggest and most formidable competitor was someone known on the campus and throughout the city as the Obama of public speaking. His name was Fela Kuti. And so the 2 of them were competing for what they called the Super Bowl of public speaking. King Ojikimba, he practiced, he prepared himself. He did this ritual every day, every night. It's too bad he didn't know Vicky Trabas, because Vicky would have told him, practice makes permanent, King. Anyway, the day of the contest came. Everyone wanted to see who would emerge the first place winner of the Super Bowl of public speaking. King Ojikimba, he mounted that platform, he gave his speech, and after he finished, there was a roar. The crowd stood on their feet and gave him a standing ovation. And now the time came for the first and second place winners to be announced. Silence was felt in that auditorium that day in 2006. Everyone wanted to know who would take first place. I know some of you are thinking, was it King or was it Fela or who? No, I won't say that. Anyway, the MC took the mic. In second place, King Ojikimba. Wow. The crowd went wild. Music started playing. Confetti dropped. Fireworks even went off. And the crowd started singing, "Stand up for the champion." Not for the king. For King Ojikimba was the second place winner. And as he said, in that frenzy of fireworks, confetti dropping, he was quickly forgotten. And the focus was on Fela Kuti, who was the first place winner. So feeling envious, he told us on this past Sunday at the Toastmaster speech contest, he felt envious, he felt hurt and dejected. He went back home. But what happened next changed his perspective of what success really is. And that is the focus of my speech today. As King approached his room, someone called his name. King Ojikemba, I just wanted to meet you and to tell you that your speech that was entitled, "You Are the Lifeline," it touched my very soul. And I'm going to change the way I live my life from now on. And then the person walked off. This was a defining moment for King Ojikemba, because now he knew what his real work was, the true meaning of his work. King Ojikemba told us this past Sunday that what he truly wanted was to touch lives. He realized in that moment why he was here. He said that he wanted to touch souls. He wanted to win souls and not to win fame. He said he did not want success. He said he wanted significance. And that is what he achieved that day in 2006. He said now every speech that he gives, every event that he organizes, every book that he writes is towards that goal, to make impact, to change and transform lives. He doesn't want success. He said he wants significance. His story is my story. In 2020, when I gave my area contest speech in District 46 in New York, it was titled, "In Memory of Our Ancestors." I came in second, like King Ojikemba. Of course, I wanted to win first place, but after the contest, one of the attendees named Carlos Rivera, he put in the chat how he was touched by the speech that I gave. Now, my speech dealt with the financial district in New York called Wall Street. I shared in my contest speech that the name Wall Street came from the wall where the buying, the selling, and the trading of enslaved Africans took place. I shared in my contest speech that hundreds of millions of dollars were made on Wall Street from the economic exploitation of those enslaved Black Africans. That a large portion of the wealth America enjoyed then and now was made from the forced free labor of those enslaved Africans. Carlos said that he never knew of this, and he said he would buy and read the book that I referenced in my speech, Slavery and New York, to learn more about the subject. Like King Ojikemba, I too wanted to make an impact on people's lives. He said that it's okay to come in second, third, or even last, as long as you are making a difference in people's lives. Toastmasters, let's use this powerful platform that we have as a force for powerful transformation. Let's spread the good word, as our theme says, and let's use this platform to help change and improve people's lives. With Zoom, we can make a global impact because we get to travel without having to buy a ticket with American Airlines. We don't have to download our boarding pass. We don't even have to come out of our pajamas to make an impact. And so I want to say that I learned in 2020 that it's not about medals, that it's about the message that I'm willing and offering to those in the audience. Mr. Toastmaster.
We have Vicki evaluated Muriel's speech. Vicki, if you can give us your speech or evaluation.
My pleasure, Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and especially Miss Sassy Shabazz. Muriel, that was one of the best speeches I have ever heard at Toastmasters. Now, I have to really separate my love and respect for you from the words that you spoke and the message that you gave us. And I want you to know that that is what I am basing that comment on, not how much I like you and how much I respect you, which I do. And that does affect me as a listener. Yet what you did today was you did indeed spread the good word. You shared with us a universal message, and you were able to weave a story through this speech that kept us all hanging what is going to happen next. Now, I had a really good guess that King Oji Kimba was not going to come in first. And yet I never was quite sure. You connected with your audience through great similes. You spoke about the Obama was the Obama of public speaking. Most people universally around the world know who Obama was and what a great orator he was. So that really helped. You talked about the Super Bowl of public speaking. Now, while that is more of an American thing, the Super Bowl is known worldwide. So what I loved was how you connected with us as an audience, regardless of where we were in the world. Your smile and your gestures, which was my focus today, were so on point. You have an absolutely beautiful smile. You remind me of one of those singers who smiles when they sing. When I sing, I look so serious. People go, were you enjoying that? I go, couldn't you tell? Obviously not. Not the case with you. If you also sing, I'm sure the smile comes through. And then when your subject turned serious about enslaved people in Wall Street, your face and your comments matched that. The vocal variety matched that. Your tone matched it. There's two things I had a question about. I'm not sure what you said, but after you talked about enslaved Africans, did you mention something about meadows? I don't know what that meant. I could have heard it wrong, so I heard something wrong. When you go back and listen to your speech in the recording, see what I could have thought that was meadows. And the other thing, late in the speech, you said the focus of my speech, take that out, is my suggestion, because we could tell what the focus of your speech was. When that came in so late, it almost disoriented me a little bit, trying to figure out, well, I thought I understood the focus of her speech. Muriel, this was a fine example of the power of one person's voice to remind us all what is possible within us. Thank you.
Thank you.